Let's go. Come on.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. How are you, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Today is Tuesday? Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, June 4th, 2019. That's right, today is Tuesday, June 4th, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Tuesday, June 4th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this incredible day. Fair enough? Let's make the absolute most of this incredible day. I know that I personally am going to make the absolute most of this incredible day. I've got a super busy schedule lined up for today. There are 3 different podcasts that I will be on today, that I will be recording. What's up, first time live Beverly Nixon? There are 3 different podcasts that I will be on their shows, so I'll be doing those today. I've also got a ton of content that I have to work on, a bunch of different content for Grow Your Business, for God's sake, a bunch of different content for Hashtag Rise and Grind, what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world. I love how that sounds, so I got a lot of work to do on that. So I'm going to make the absolute most of this incredible day. I want you to do the same. Now, today here in Kentucky, it is going to be a sunny 83 degrees. That's right, a beautiful sunny 83 degrees here in Kentucky. I'm not sure what you've got in your part of the country, but I hope that it is a beautiful, beautiful day weather-wise for you as well. Now, yesterday, some of you may or may not have seen, but yesterday I basically had a public meltdown right here on Hashtag Rise and Grind. I just couldn't keep it together because my dear friend Faith Harrison had lost her 15-year-old daughter this weekend. She had lost her 15-year-old daughter this weekend, and I was really struggling with that. I was really struggling with that yesterday as I did my show, and so there were a lot of tears. Let's just say yesterday's episode had a lot of tears. But I want to tell you today, as I went through yesterday and that whole experience, and I got to message back and forth a little bit with Faith herself yesterday, and I had some conversations with my wife and some other people and so on and so forth, that I got to tell you that though yesterday I started off in a place, a very low, sad place. Does that make sense? Very low, sad place. I got to tell you that it ended up being an absolute blessing. Yesterday ended up being an absolute blessing in a lot of different ways, and I am going to talk about that a little bit today on today's episode. I will talk about that, but before I do, first, I do want to say congratulations to our own Hashtag Rise and Grind member, Miss Naomi Bussinger. She was nominated as a top 40 under 40 as a business professional, nominations last month, so I wanted to give a shout out to Naomi. Great job, Naomi Bussinger, out there doing big things in Virginia. She's a part of the Carter Myers Automotive Group, and she is just absolutely killing it. I love the moves that she is making in the world today. Also, I've seen a lot of M5ers. Oh my gosh, I didn't get the picture. That's okay. I am seeing a lot of people winning with the Morning 5, right? Hashtag M5, the Morning 5, the 5 things that you should do every single day The 5 Simple Steps to an Extraordinary Life. Now, I wrote a book about these 5 simple steps called The Morning 5, and you can go to themorning5.com if you'd like, and you can download that book completely 100% for free. But I've seen a lot of people posting about hashtag M5 and how they're crushing it. They're starting to beat that snooze button. They're getting up with more energy, more electric, more purpose. They're going into their 100 days with gratitude list. I was on the phone with my friend yesterday, and she was telling me that it's exciting for her because her and her son, or her and her kids on the way to school, they do their gratitudes together on the way to school. She even sent me a picture. I should have posted it. She sent me a picture of her son, and he had written hashtag rise and grind on his leg with ink. He gave himself a little tattoo about hashtag rise and grind. So a lot of people are winning with the Morning Five, winning with hashtag rise and grind, the hashtag M5ers. So I just want to give you a shout out, say congratulations, keep up the good work. Also, grow your business for God's sake. This is the right picture. Grow your business for God's sake. We are getting closer. It is starting to edge closer. This will be August 16th and 17th. We're going to pull together some absolute powerhouses in the business world. They're going to have an opportunity to pour into you to help you grow your business for God's sake. And Danelle Delgado's got something to say about that.
Hey guys, Danelle Delgado. So excited to see you at Grow Your Business for God's sake. Because I'll tell you what, that is what changed my life, right? We have this natural inclination to ascend. That is 100% true. We were born, we roll, we crawl, we walk, we run. When we train, we can become Olympic athletes. But what I'll tell you is this: we were designed to grow, to make a difference, to make money, to monetize so that we can give back. That's what so many people miss. They're a little afraid of succeeding, a little afraid of that. But I'll tell you what, if you have a business, that is our responsibility to do, to run harder, to work harder, to create so that we can give, right? We can't keep questioning who's gonna do that, who's gonna do that. We've got to do it. So I can't wait to see you there. I'm gonna show you how to monetize like never before, run sets in 90 days that could blow your mind, hit goals, monetize your business, and let's give back together and make the ultimate difference. So grateful to be here. Can't wait to see you.
It's going to be an absolutely awesome conference, man. Unlike anything you've ever experienced before in your entire life. We got Broadway performer Darian Sanders is going to be there. So we got the music. We've got breakout sessions where you'll have intimate opportunities to meet the speakers, ask them questions, so on and so forth. It's going to be incredible. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, go to growforgod.com. Dude, it's $149. Are you kidding me? These powerhouses, you get to spend time with them for $149. Unbelievable. So, before we step further into the blessing that came out of yesterday, we do got to do something. There's something we do here on this show. I don't want to listen to that. Now, how about right here? Oh, yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, for those of you that know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we could change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you, and you say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Fair enough? Fair enough. Good morning. How you doing, Vicky Everett? What's up, Scott Holbert? Stephen Eugene Kuhn, how are you, sir? What's up, Sean Weatherby and Amy Bach, Miss Janelle Griego and Sandra Benstock Delolio? What's up, Archie? How you doing, Josh? Oh, Marcus Stone says Wakanda. Jeff Baker's up in here. I love it. Ray Hatcher, how are you? What's up, B-Dale Hernandez and Leanne Rhinesmith? How you doing, Whitney Wells and Danielle Marie? Tracy Shepard's up in here. Paige Kurtzinger's up in here. Bonnie Hunley and Mike Higdon. Keith McKenzie's up in here. I love it. And I lost my music. What's up, Sally Davis? What's up, Gail B. Craft? Everybody's up in here this morning on hashtag Rise and Grind, including my man, Melvin Rodriguez. How you doing, Cheryl Graham? All right, check it out, man. So, how about yesterday, man? Yesterday was crazy. I got the news that my friend Faith had lost her beautiful daughter, Lily. And so I messaged, we did the show, and We listened to her music video. We talked about the whole situation yesterday, and I messaged Faith Harrison Zimber, I believe is her new last name, her married last name. So I messaged her and really wasn't anticipating getting any message back, but I did message her and I said, "Hey, Faith, praying for you, rooting for you. And if there's anything that we can do as a group, hashtag Rise and Grind, if there's anything that, that I can do for you." I mean, I was looking up plane tickets because I was going to try to get out there for her vigil and so on and so forth. And Faith messaged me back, and it was insane, man. She messaged me back with so much strength and poise and conviction in what she believed in. And when she messaged me back, she just shared with me that in her mind and in her belief and in her faith, her daughter never belonged to her or to this earth, but always belonged to God. And that she knew that one day she would have to return her to God. And so last night they had a vigil. Oh, for those of you that missed the story, 15-year-old, her name is Lily. And this weekend on Saturday, she was in a car accident. She got hit by a 19-year-old young man that was drinking and driving, got hit head on, and she lost her life on Saturday. 15 years old, beautiful girl, angel, absolute angel. She's got a beautiful voice, wrote an incredible song. And so we talked about that and experienced that and went through the emotions of that yesterday. And then I reached out, talked to Faith, which was incredible. And last night they held a candlelight vigil out there in Southern California. And my friend, Ross Friend, he lived out in Southern California. So he went to the candlelight vigil and he was sending me pictures. He wasn't even able to get into the church. Right? Like he couldn't even get into the building because there were so many people at the vigil. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people came out to attend this vigil. There were families out there that brought their children. There were people hugging. There were people laughing. There were people smiling. It was an incredibly beautiful thing. This is actually a picture of Faith right here holding some flowers. And my friend Ross was able to go over and give her a big old hug from me. Told her it was a hug from Glenn all the way over from Kentucky. And so it was crazy, man. Thousands were in attendance for the vigil. They did not. They called it a celebration. The pastor that was on the stage talked about a celebration of Lily going into the afterlife, Lily going into heaven, Lily going into eternity. They talked about it as a celebration. There are radio stations, Christian radio stations all across the country that played Lily's original song yesterday that we played here on the show and that a lot of you guys shared out. They played her song all across the nation, and it was just this big sermon, and they read a bunch of her writings. Like she had a bunch of writings in journals, and they read her writings. And I gotta tell you, man, this girl right here, like Lily, knew Jesus. That's the only way I can put it, man. Whether you're a believer or a non-believer, whether you think he was God or not God or human or whatever, Lily knew Jesus, man. And in all of her writings, all she wanted to do is she just wanted to pour into, actually I can pull her up right here. She just wanted to pour into people, and she wanted other people to know Jesus, right? So they read all her writings, and it was really, really powerful. And then they brought Faith up onto the stage. And this is what I want to share with you, because we're all students, right? We're always studying. Success leaves clues. And I want to share with you when they brought Faith onto the stage. This is the mother of a child, a loss of her 15-year-old child. This is within 48 hours of that loss. I'm only going to show you the first couple minutes of it, but this is what she said.
This is a pretty awesome vantage point. And I know that the ripple goes far beyond what I'm seeing here today. So thank you. It's hard to know where to begin. I have so much to say. I want you all to know that when Lily was a baby, I dropped to my knees and I surrendered her to the Lord. and I put her in his loving arms. I knew when she was just a baby that she never was mine. And if you know the story of Hannah and her sweet Samuel, Lily was always my Samuel. And if you were close in my circle or on my volleyball team, you knew the story of my Samuel. Hannah wept. She desperately wanted a child. And the Lord blessed her with her sweet Samuel on the promise that she would commit him to the Lord and at one point return him to the Lord. And she was faithful and did. And she raised him in the Word, and she loved on him, and she simply stewarded his life until it was time to return him to the Lord. I have known since I brought her home from the hospital as my sweet baby girl that she was always his, and I simply was blessed with the opportunity to steward what time I did get to have with her. I hope this brings you peace, knowing that she was always with Jesus. Her walk with the Lord was with Jesus. Her desperate hope for everyone around her was for them to know Jesus the way she knew Jesus.
Isn't that crazy, dude? Isn't that crazy? She stood up there. You could hear a pin drop in the room, right? And she stood up there for 9 minutes. She stood up there for 9 minutes and she talked about her belief, man. And to me, it's the craziest thing that her name is Faith, right? 40 years ago, she was given the name Faith. And here she is standing here today telling a story of her belief and how from the moment she received her child, she knew that it wasn't her child, her on earth, that it was God's child, and that it was her job to steward that child and to point that child in the right direction, to point the child towards Jesus. So I just was like floored. My wife and I were watching this vigil. I expected her to be like, I was broke down on the show yesterday, and here Faith is standing strong in front of thousands of people and offering peace to them, right? Like, what would you have been done? How would you have felt? Would you have been like, man, I can't believe it, or this kid did this, or look at what I lost, right? Like, she was not for a second focused on her loss. She was not for a second focused on blame. Instead, she was simply focused on, from the day the child was born, she was grateful for the opportunity that she had to share a life with Lily, right? Very to the end, to the very, very end. She was just grateful for the opportunity. So she wasn't looking back at it like, oh, this is a bad thing, this is a negative thing, this is whatever. She's looking at it from a place of gratitude. From a place of gratitude. So my question for you today is, what do you believe in that strongly? What do you personally believe in that you would have that kind of strength, that type of faith? Like, what if you had that type of strength, connection, and belief in the different aspects of your life, right? Whether it be in your spiritual belief, right, which having a strong spiritual strength, right, is powerful, whether it be in your spiritual, or what about like in your career, right? What about in your career? And see, I look at everything in life. I'm always looking. I'm like, okay, success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. I'm like, that woman went up within 48 hours of losing her child and delivered a powerful 9-minute speech with conviction, right? Like, what is it What if you had that kind of focus and that kind of belief on your career goals? Right? Like these things transfer over. They can apply to different areas of our life. What if you had that kind of conviction about your marriage? What if you had that kind of conviction about your relationships with your friends and your family members? Like my wife and I had this discussion last night. We were talking about it. We had a long discussion last night. And what it comes down to is like, where do we spend our time, right? Because we were asking that same question, like, what is it that we believe in that strongly? What is it that we believe in that strongly, with that kind of conviction that Faith has and that Lily had in their spiritual beliefs? What is it in our lives that we believe in that strongly? And ultimately it comes down to is, where do we spend our time? Where do we spend our money? And where do we spend our thoughts? And so today I want you to ask yourself that question. I want you to take a look at your life. My wife just texted me in the middle of a show. Oh, okay. Take a look at your life. Where are you spending your time, your money, and your thoughts? When it comes to your career, are you spending the majority of your time, your money, and your thoughts focused on your goals in your career? Or are you spending the majority of your, like, are you spending time learning to be the best you can be in your career? Are you spending your money investing in yourself to be the best that you can be in your career? And are you spending your thoughts figuring out how you can get better in your career? Or are you spending your time trying to avoid and dodge customers and opportunities in your career? Are you spending your money on video games and Fortnite and whatever? And are your thoughts on everything, on how to get off work at 5 o'clock on Friday, right? Like, I want you to ask that question today. I really do. I want you, when it comes to your marriage, I want you to ask yourself a question today. When it comes to your marriage, are you spending your time with your wife or in your relationships, whether it be your marriage, whether it be a boyfriend, whether it be a girlfriend, whether it be your relationships with your family members? If you're single, that's cool. Like, right, maybe it's with your friends, family. Are you spending your time with these people? Are you spending your money? Are you investing into these people? Are all of your thoughts on these people? Do you think about them first? Last night it's a silly little thing. Last night I made a bowl of cereal. I made a bowl of cereal last night for myself. And as I got done with it, I thought, dude, what am I doing? I got to serve my wife first. So I walk in, I'm like, honey, here, this is for you. She didn't take the bowl of cereal. She didn't want it. It was Pops, and she didn't want Pops, right? So it was mine. But what I'm saying is, are your thoughts, are you convicted in your marriage enough? Are you spending enough time with your spouse or with your friend or in those relationships? Are you investing in them financially and spiritually and with your time? I want you to ask that question today. What about with your kids? Oh, I'll hit a nerve with you automotive people. I know I will. What about with your kids, man? Are you spending the right amount of time with your kids? Are you focusing your time on them? Are you spending the right amount of money investing in your kids? Are you spending money on them? Are you taking care of them? Are you putting money away so they can have college funds, so that they can have a bright future? Are you saving for them? Are your thoughts, are you thinking about different ways that you can serve your children? Because see, I'm here to tell you this morning, where you spend your time, your money, and your thoughts, that is the truth. That is your conviction. That is what you believe in. Your results, your conviction, your life is going to be a reflection of where you spend your time, your money, and your thoughts. You get to choose. Lily, this beautiful little girl, Lily, she chose God. Faith chose God. That's where they spent all of their time. That's where they spent all of their money. It's so very, very, very clear. They were in a Christian church. She was writing Christian stuff. She was singing Christian songs. She spent all of her time, all of her money, all of her thoughts were on God. And it shows now. It shows at this point in time when they go through what most of us would consider a tragedy, they are calling it a celebration. Wow. They're calling it a celebration. I want you to look in the mirror today. Understand that your results, your current life situation is derived from where you spend your time, your money, and your thoughts. If you're happy with where you're at, pour more into that. If you're not happy with where you're at, take that into consideration. Where are you spending your time, your money, and your thoughts? It's your choice, nobody else's. Listen, as a group, I would love to raise awareness for Lily and Faith and her family. They're incredible, incredible humans. So I would love to continue to raise awareness for them. Obviously, they have a GoFundMe here. If you want to support them financially, you can go there and do that. But what I would really love for you to do for this beautiful young lady, Miss Lily, as well, of course, support them financially if you can. But what I would really love for you to do is post somewhere on Facebook or Instagram. Make a post today, not in the Rise and Grind group, but out to the public. I want you to make a post today, and I just want you to post a prayer. I want you to post a prayer for Lily, a prayer for Faith. I mean, right now, she's still in shock. They're going to have hard times going forward. So will you post a prayer and just use the hashtag prayers for Lily. Prayers for Lily. But post a prayer on your page. A prayer for them. Maybe it's a prayer for someone you know. Maybe it's a prayer for a friend, a family member, coworker. Post a prayer and put hashtag prayers for Lily. I want to raise awareness for Lily. I want more people to know Lily and more people to know Faith because they've got something powerful, right? They've got power, something powerful. And if you want, maybe you could go and you could grab her song, right? Here's her song on Vimeo, and you can just click on the share button. You can click on the share button. If you click on the share button, is it showing? Man, Facebook's really messing up on these lives lately. It's like a frozen screen. I know you guys I can hear that it's working, but it's like a frozen screen. So weird, man, that Facebook's been attacking our lives lately. Here it is. We're talking about, shooting out prayers. You know how the enemy rolls. Anyways, I don't know if you guys can see it, but anyways, if you on her video's on the GoFundMe page, so you can go to the video, you can hit the share button, you can copy the link, and you can post the video. So you can post the video on your page and put hashtag prayers for Lily, whatever. I just want to share the awareness of these amazing people. They're truly, truly incredible. And then I want you to take some time today and just run an inventory. Like, what is it that you believe in, right? Where are you spending your time, your money, and your thoughts? Are you fully invested in your career, in your marriage, in your relationships? In your kids? Are you fully invested in that? Or are you kind of halfway in and halfway out? Right? I want you to ask yourself that question. Because if you're not fully invested in that, then I got to tell you, if you look at where your time and money and thoughts are, and they're not on your relationships, they're not on your career, they're not on your goals, they're not on your spiritual foundation. If they're not on those things, then you may be chasing some false idols. You may be building your life on shaky ground. I'm just being honest. If you're spending all your time, your money, and your thoughts are on watching television or drinking or drugs or sex and pornography and all of these different things, all of these different earthly things, I'm telling you, you might be building your life on shaky foundation. And when tragedy strikes, because it will strike us all, when tragedy strikes, if you don't have solid foundation, it's going to knock you to your knees. If you do have a solid foundation, you will be able to stand up in front of thousands with strength, with courage, brave, and speak truth and life into those that you're connected with. That's my message for you today, my friend. Because, see, I need you to understand something that you may or may not know, but you are a child of God. Uniquely made, the God of the universe, the God who made everything, he made you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Not a subpar version, not an average version, the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And you're already starting to make some good decisions. You're getting up, you're watching hashtag Rise and Grind, you're pouring into the group, the Rise and Grind group, you're surrounding yourself with positivity, you're starting to make these great decisions. And every one of those decisions that you're making, I'm here to tell you, they're making a difference. They're making a difference on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. They've made a massive impact on me. And I got to tell you, I, for one, absolutely love you for it. I do. I absolutely stinking love you. Hey, if you need more episodes of hashtag Rise and Grind, you can go to GlennLundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear, you can also go to GlennLundy.com. But most importantly, do me a favor. Post a prayer today with hashtag Prayers for Lily. Post a prayer today somewhere in your social media, hashtag Prayers for Lily, and share this beautiful song if you can. It's really, really, truly beautiful. If you haven't heard it, just go to her GoFundMe page, which you can find by just searching the Lily Kelly Fund. Go there. You can check out the video. You can share it out that way. All right, you guys. Facebook's still freezing and locking things up, but that's okay. We're going to share the message anyway. You guys have an incredible day today. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. on hashtag Rise and Grind.
All these pieces I left on the ground. You pick me up, no, you won't let me down. I try running to things of the earth. You say, child, come back to me, and you whisper to me, I am the great I am your peace. I am the one who puts you back on your feet. I am creator, I will sustain. I am the one who calls you by name. God, your grace has saved me from death. You have given eternal life instead. When the enemy prowls like a lion, I will recall all that you have said. I am the great I am your peace. I am the one who puts you back on your feet. I am creator, I will sustain. I am the one who calls you by name. I am the great I am your peace. I am the one who puts you back on your feet. I am creator, I will sustain. I am the one who calls you by name.